Today on Are You Serious? Ontario is rolling out its fourth doses. And the Rams women's basketball team takes home the gold. Plus, Queen Olivia Rodrigo sweeps at her first ever Grammys. That and more on episode 2 of Are You Serious?
Hi, welcome to Are You Serious? I'm your host, Eileen Cromuth.
And I'm Emmett Lyle. Here are today's top stories.
Ontario residents aged 60 or over are now able to get their fourth COVID-19 booster this week. The government has already lifted provincial mask and vaccine mandates. Some people say they will not be getting their fourth dose as there is no longer an incentive to get boosted. Because the incentive of keeping your fellow humans alive is clearly not good enough.
Premier Doug Ford will finally be cutting gas taxes. Ford promised to make gas more affordable 4 years ago after he was first elected. This proves that the Premier and I are way more alike than I thought. We both love procrastinating and leaving important decisions to the last minute.
And you look like him too.
Wow.
Over 300 Canadians and Americans have been exposed to norovirus. The outbreak is linked to oysters from British Columbia. Fortunately, the symptoms of this illness are nothing to be worried about and are similar to a flu. Said the oysters, "Ha ha ha, that's what you get for eating us." The Conservative Party of Ontario has promised another 50-cent minimum wage increase for this October if they are elected. One source has said that this will be very helpful for them as they are going to be needing money to pay for their illegal abortions once the Conservatives ban those.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has accused invading Russian troops of committing the most terrible war crimes since World War II. Many activists around the world have been sharing the truly vile acts of the military, deeming them disgusting and inhumane. This is the worst behavior seen by one country towards another since World War II, because Palestine, Iraq, Kashmir, and Afghanistan don't exist in the Western Hemisphere and therefore don't deserve our empathy. The city of Shanghai is once again being locked down. Over 25 million people in the Chinese city are now required to stay home. This comes after seeing a surge in COVID-19 cases over the past few weeks. Surprisingly, not a single freedom fighter has claimed that the Chinese population's rights are being infringed. It's almost like it's never been about human rights for all and just human rights for whites.
Pakistan's Prime Minister Imran Khan is facing a no-confidence vote that could see him kicked out of office. Surprisingly, since Khan had all the confidence in the world when he said publicly, quote, "If a woman wears little clothing, it will have an impact on men unless they are robots." Khan tried to pull an Uno reverse and dismiss the vote by dissolving parliament and calling for early elections. But the Supreme Court made Khan pick up a 4 and has now stated that Khan's move was unconstitutional. The government has been reinstated and the no-confidence vote will take place on Saturday, which, inshallah, will go against the Prime Minister. I'm Pakistani, so I can say that. But to explain this in a way the former national cricket captain might understand, you swung hard, Playboy, but man, did you strike out.
The Toronto Blue Jays are creating their own beer, which will be available at all of their home games this season. The alcoholic beverage is anticipated to sell extremely well, as there aren't too many things that middle-aged men love more than BJ's and beer. More with sports, here's Sahara Mehdi.
The Rams women's basketball team won the national championship this past weekend, capping off an undefeated season which saw them go 14-0. They beat the Winnipeg Westmen, winning by a margin of 22 points. More like lose-a-peg, am I right? The draw for the 2022 World Cup in Qatar took place last week. FIFA also released the new mascot for the tournament. Apparently, the mascot was chosen to honor the 6,500 migrant workers who have died during the construction of the stadiums. The draw also saw Canada get placed in a group with Belgium, Croatia, and Morocco. Some people are calling it the Group of Death. However, with the return of Bayern Munich star Alphonso Davies to the Canadian team, as well as the likes of Jonathan David, Stefan Eustáquio, and Kyle Larin, hopes are relatively high. Just like the people who think Canada will actually win a game. Kyle Lowry made an emotional return to Toronto on Sunday. Unfortunately for Toronto fans, Lowry's Miami Heat won 114-109 in an all-around thriller. On a brighter note, Raptors fans got to watch that ass in full motion again, something that the team has been desperately missing since Lowry's departure. Tiger Woods will be on the prowl again at the Masters. The golf star will be participating for the first time since February 2021 after a serious car accident left him unable to play. The highly anticipated comeback has made the Masters one of the most anticipated tournaments of all time, with an expected viewership of over 10 people. The Buffalo Bills are getting a new stadium. The $1.4 billion stadium will be funded partially by the taxpayers of New York, who will be footing a bill of over $850 million. Because who cares about the homelessness problem in New York when you can have a brand new sports stadium for a team that hasn't won anything since the 1960s? That's your sports update for the week. For Are You Serious? I'm Sahara Mehdi.
Netflix literally does not even need to try to produce a hit show. The latest reality show blowing up the small screen is called Is It Cake? That's right. In the show, contestants compete to make the most lifelike cakes, replicating everyday objects, and the most realistic cake wins. In order to drive up our viewership, we decided to test this viral trend in studio for ourselves.
Wait, what?
Is it cake?
No, that's obviously not cake.
No, you're doing it wrong. You have to take a bite and try it.
I'm not biting the hanger.
But that's the point of the show. And there you have it, folks. It's not cake, and my co-anchor looks like an idiot. More with entertainment, here's Racy Rafiq.
The Grammys were this past Sunday, and unfortunately, no one got slapped. The Producer of the Year award was handed out to Jack Antonoff, who has worked with artists such as Olivia Rodrigo, Taylor Swift, Lorde, and Lana Del Rey, to name a few. The main question in everyone's mind, however, is who is Anton, and why should we do that for him? Queen Olivia Rodrigo took home multiple awards for Best New Artist, Best Pop Vocal Album, and Best Pop Solo Performance. Despite this, the artist had a small blip in her night after accidentally dropping and breaking one of her awards. I guess you could say that things got sour for her. Serves her right, though, for hosting her first Toronto concert in a tiny-ass venue that literally no one could get tickets to. Miss Olivia, you are an international icon. Get a bigger venue. Anyways, Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker also made headlines this week. The couple supposedly got married in a Las Vegas chapel at 2 a.m. after the Grammys. It was recently revealed that the pair aren't actually married because they couldn't get a marriage license that late at night. Now the Kardashians can add fake wedding to their collection of fake things. Okay, moving on from the Grammys, the Canadian Screen Awards also took place this week, which literally nobody cared about because it was on a Monday. And not just any Monday, the Monday after the goddamn Grammys. Anyway, director Barry Arvich has received massive amounts of backlash after he said, "There are so many black stories in Canada that need to be told. It doesn't matter who tells them, we just need to tell them." Ah, yes, good point, Mr. White Man. Not like white people have been incorrectly telling stories of BIPOC individuals to favor their Western colonialist ideals since literally forever. But yeah, congrats on your award, you big activist. Vanessa Hudgens apparently talks to ghosts. In an interview with Kelly Clarkson this week, the actress said she can see and hear things and is leaning into her so-called gift. Hopefully that means she can get back in touch with her career soon. Ed Sheeran has won a court case which claimed his hit song Shape of You stole the lyrics and melody from a Sammy Switch song called Oh Why. After listening to both songs extensively, the judge decided that there actually was a similarity between the two tracks.
They both suck. And the author of a book titled How to Murder Your Husband is currently on trial for, you guessed it, the murder of her husband. Nancy Crampton Brophy has been held in custody since the murder of her husband in September 2018. However, the judge on the case is forbidding the book from being shown to the jury, even though it is essentially a written confession from the killer. What a good day not to be black for Nancy. And that's your entertainment update. For Are You Serious? I'm Racy Rafiq.
The UK has passed a new animal welfare bill. The bill will see that most animals will now be stunned before slaughter, with the exception of animals killed in accordance with religious beliefs. We have our very own stunner with us in studio today, and that's my co-anchor, Eileen.
Aww.
And now, with the weather, it's Sahara Mehdi.
A record-breaking number of killer whales have been spotted off the coast of Vancouver this week. No one is quite sure what caused the sudden surge, but it has been quite a view for locals. Closer to home, a whale was thought to be found in Lake Ontario. It wasn't until further research was done that it was discovered to be Yo Mama. The World Health Organization has announced that 99% of the world's population breathe air that is poor quality. Who are they to tell us that information, huh? Who? Oh, they're who. That's it for your weather update. Sending it back to the studio, I'm Sahara Mehdi.
April is Stress Awareness Month, and it also happens to be final season. To try and relieve some stress, I'm going to lead you all in a short guided meditation. Please take a deep breath and repeat after me. C's get degrees. C's get degrees. C's get degrees. C's get degrees.
Okay, I'm gonna stop this. Now you're up to date on today's top stories. Thank you for tuning into Are You Serious? I'm Emmett Lyle.
And I'm Eileen Karamuth. Have a great day.